In our last lesson, we looked at percent money problems that involve discounts, taxes, and tips. And in our lesson today, we're going to look at two more percent money areas. And the first is going to be called a markup. And we've talked about markups in class before. Stores do not pay the same amount for a product that the shopper pays. In order to make a profit, stores will add an amount to the selling price. This amount is called a markup. Okay, so stores buy the product from companies for a certain amount of money, and then before the store sells it to the people that want to buy it, they add a little bit amount, which is called a markup. And the markup equation, set up very similarly to the other equations that we've been looking at, instead of part equals percent times whole, this time it's going to say that a markup is a percentage of the wholesale price. The wholesale price is the price the store pays. Okay, the price the store pays we call the wholesale price. So in our first example, it says that a computer software retailer used a markup rate of 40%. Find the selling price of a computer game that cost the retailer $25. And so in order to figure out the selling price that the store is going to sell it to the shoppers for, we're going to use the markup equation. So let's start by writing markup equals a percentage of the wholesale price. Okay, and reading through, we can see the rate of markup that the store is using, 40%. Okay, just like with the other equations that we've been working with, we have to take the percentage and turn it into a decimal first. 40% is equal to 4/10 or 40/100. They're the same thing. I'm going to use 4/10. Okay. And they tell us that that game cost the retailer $25. That's how much the store pays. So that's how much the wholesale price is. So we're going to put in $25 for the wholesale price, which means that we need to calculate M, which is going to be the amount of markup. Okay, so M is all alone on the left. We have to multiply on the right-hand side to get the value of M. So when you type in your calculator 4/10 times 25, you're going to get a value of 10. Now remember, M is your markup amount. The markup is $10. That is not how much the store is going to sell it for, and that wouldn't make sense. If the store paid $25, they wouldn't sell it for 10 because they would lose money. No, this is how much that they're going to add to the price before they sell it to you. So to get the selling price, we have to take the price, the wholesale price the store paid, and add on the markup amount, which is $10. 25 plus 10 equals 35. So we can say that the selling price is $35. Okay? So again, the store paid $25. They're going to mark it up $10, which means that the shopper is going to pay a total of $35 for the game. In example 2, it says a golf shop pays its wholesaler $90 for a certain golf club and then sells it to a golfer with a 60% markup. How much did the golfer pay for the club? So once again, we're going to use our markup equation. Markup is equal to a percentage of the wholesale price. Okay, and they tell us that the golf shop uses a 60% markup. Convert that into a decimal first. 60% is equal to 6/10 or 60/100. I'm going to use 6/10. The golf shop paid the wholesaler $90 for the club. So that's how much the wholesale price is. The golf shop paid $90. All right, we have to figure out M, how much they are going to mark it up before they sell it to the people that want to buy the club. So once again, M is all by itself on the left. To get its value, we're going to multiply on the right 6/10 times 90. And when you punch that into your calculator, you're going to get 54. So the markup is $54. And again, this is not how much the golfer is going to pay for it, okay? The store bought it for $90. Now they're going to mark it up $54. So to get the selling price, we're going to add those two values together. 90 plus 54, that's going to give us a value of 144. So that means that the golfer will pay $144 for the golf club. Okay, the golf shop paid $90. They'll mark it up $54. That means the golfers that want the club will pay $144. In example 3, we're told that a jeweler paid $500 for a bracelet, and then they sold it for $800. They want to know, what is the rate of markup? Notice my little hint there. There's an extra step in this problem. We're going to start by writing the markup equation. Markup is equal to a percentage of the wholesale price. And again, this says, what is the rate of markup? So in the percent spot, we're going to put R for the rate because that's what we need to know. Now, it says right here that the jeweler paid $500. So that's what the wholesale price is going to be. The jeweler pays $500 for the bracelet. Okay, but then they sold it to the customer for $800. Now, that's the selling price. That is not the markup. The extra step here, we have to calculate how much the markup is. If the jeweler paid $500 and sold it for $800, then we have to subtract those to get the amount of markup. 800 minus 500 is equal to 300. So the jeweler marked it up $300 before they sold it to the customer. So our equation says 300 equals R times 500. R is on the right and it's being multiplied by 500. In order to get R alone, we'll have to divide each side by 500. On the right-hand side, 500 divided by itself is 1, leaving us with R. On the left-hand side, you're going to punch into your calculator 300 divided by 500. And that means that R is equal to 6/10. But again, we need to make sure that this decimal is written in percent form. Move the decimal point 2 times to the right, and that's going to give you 60%. And so we can say that the rate of markup is 60%. Okay, so the jeweler bought the bracelet for $500. They marked up the price 60%, which came out to be a $300 markup. And then that means that they sell it for $800 to the customer. One more area of percentages that involves money is commission. A commission is a part of a sale that is earned by a salesperson. Okay, and we've looked at examples like this in the past. There was an example where someone sold a house for a certain amount of money. Okay, the person that sold the house, all right, the person that was working for the real estate company, they get to keep a small amount of the selling price as their commission for helping the people sell their home. So a commission is part of the sale that is earned by the salesperson. Your commission equation, set up very similarly to the other examples that we've been looking at. A commission is equal to a percent times the amount of sales. Okay, so let's take a look at our first example. They tell us that Jay works as a car salesman and earns commission on his total sales for the week. His weekly paycheck was for $2,200, and that included his salary of $1,216. His sales for the week were $49,200. All right, express his rate of commission as a percent. Okay, and this is actually extra stuff that we don't need. Okay, so I'm going to cross that out. We need to express his rate of commission as a percent. What was the rate of commission? So we're going to start by writing the commission equation. And once again, that said commission is equal to a percentage of the amount of sales. Commission equals a percentage of the sales. We are looking for the rate of commission, expresses rate of commission as a percentage. So R, the rate, is what we're looking for. They tell us in the sentence before that his sales were $49,200. So $49,200 goes in for the amount of sales that he made. And then we need to know how much he made in commission. Well, in order to figure that out, we're going to take a look at his paycheck. It said that his weekly paycheck was for $2,200, and that includes his salary of $1,216. To get the paycheck amount, you have to take the salary and add the commission. So in this example, the paycheck amount was $2,200, all right? And that was equal to his salary of $1,216 plus however much the commission was. So in order to get this amount of commission, you're going to have to subtract 2,200 by 1,216. 2,200 minus 1,216, that's going to leave you with $984 for the amount of commission. Okay, so Jay sold $49,200 worth of cars. He gets to keep $984 of those dollars as his commission, and that again gets added to his regular salary to get the total paycheck. So here's our commission equation. 984 equals R times 49,200. Again, we're trying to figure out what the rate of commission is. R is on the right-hand side, and it's being multiplied by 49,200. That means we'll have to divide by 49,200 on each side in order to get R all by itself. On the right, 49,200 divided by itself is 1, leaving us with R. On the left, 984 divided by 49,200 gives you a rate of 2/100. But again, we're going to express the rate of commission as a percentage. So this now, 2/100 is equal to 2%. All right, the decimal point moves over once, twice to the right. So we can say that J earns 2% commission on his sales. In the next example, we're told that Mr. Dalton works for a salary of $350 a week plus commission. If his sales for the week were $3,750 and his rate of commission is 8.5%, what is his commission and salary together for the week? So we're going to figure out how much his total paycheck is going to be for. Okay, remember we said in the last example, the total paycheck is equal to the salary plus the commission. So let's start by figuring out how much he earns in commission. Commission equals a percentage of the amount of sales. Okay, commission is a percentage of the sales. They tell us the rate of commission right here is 8.5%, which is the same as 8 5/10%, but we'll convert that into a decimal, move the decimal point once, twice to the left, and that'll give you 85 thousandths as a decimal. They also tell you that his sales for the week were $3,750. So that goes in here for the amount of sales. And this will help us figure out C, which is the amount of commission. The variable is all alone here on the left. To get the value of C, you're going to multiply 85 thousandths times 3,750. And when you do that, you get 318 75 hundredths, which means that the commission was $318.75. Now, the question asks, what was his commission and salary together for the week? So again, we're getting that total paycheck amount. So his commission, we just calculated, was $318.75. And his salary, which was right here, was $350. We have to add those together to get the total paycheck amount. And so when you add these two values together, you get 668 75 hundredths. All right, so we can say that Mr. Dalton's total paycheck was $668 $1.75.